Hey team, Coach Stephanie here with your cool down of the week. We've got 5 stretches for you to get through today. And as always, once you get comfortable with these positions, feel free to pause the video and stay in the stretch longer if you're feeling like you need a little bit more time. And goal is to breathe. So if you can breathe through the stretch, pretty good. So we're going to start with child's pose side stretch. So let's go ahead and come to the shins, toes together, knees apart. Okay. And we're just going to walk the hands out in front. And then from here, walk the hands over to the right side. And you're going to reach a little bit more through that left hand and then press that left palm down as you reach the hips back. You're trying to create length from that armpit down, the side body, even into the low back. So as much traction as you can get with pushing the left palm down and pulling the hips back. Nice extra length that you'll get out of that stretch. Good, and then from here, I'm just going to walk the hands through center and then over to the other side. Okay, now we're reaching away with that right hand and then pulling back with the right hip. So you get that long side stretch on the right side. Good. And then walking the hands back through center. And then we're going to come into a wide leg overhead reach. So we're going to come into a standing position. Okay. And we're going to go feet wide here. And so arms are going to go out. And then we're just going to come up and over. I'm going to go to the left side. So my left palm is anchored on my left shin. And I'm kind of just feeling a nice long stretch through the inner thigh. And then if you want a little bit more, we can reach overhead. Big stretch. Good. And bringing yourself up. And then we'll go to the other side. You might find that turning your right toes out a little bit gives you a little bit better balance. Okay. And then from here, we're going to go arms out. And then we'll just reach that right hand down towards the shin. Feel that inner thigh on that right side. And then that left arm can come up and over. It feels good. Big stretch reach. Good. And we'll go ahead and come on up. Okay, next up we've got couch stretch. So I'm going to come over to the wall here. You might find that an ab mat is helpful for you today. Not necessary, but for comfort might be helpful. And so I'm going to start with my right side. So my right knee is going to go on the ab mat. My right foot is going to go up onto the wall. Okay. And then my left foot's going to come forward into kind of a lunge position. Now, if you're tight today in the front of your hip or hip crease, you might find your butt is not close to the wall. That's okay. Do what you can. Really what we're trying to do is kind of lift the chest. So if that chest is lifted, but you're not close to the wall like I am today, that's okay, because I'm still feeling a big stretch through that kind of the meat of that right quad and even up into the hip flexors a little bit. If you're feeling pretty good here and you want to add on, if my right knee is down, my right arm will go up, kind of lift through that spine to create a little more space, and I'm going to lean over towards that left side and get that longer stretch up that right side body. Good. All right, let's go ahead and release that, and we'll go to the other side. One side might feel a little different than the other. That's okay. Just make note of it, especially as you're getting into this second position. Okay. So again, I'm going to first work on getting my chest up, and then if I can kind of push myself closer to the wall to get a bigger stretch, go for that. Like on this side's a little bit looser today, so I feel like I can come back a little bit more. And so I might go back to the right side after this, or I might spend less time on the left. Up to you and how it feels today. Just things to notice as you are stretching. So now we're gonna go with that overhead reach. So left arm up and over. All right, and slowly bring yourself out of that. And then we're gonna go back to the mat for reclined twist. So we'll lay all the way flat. First thing I want you to do once you get there is pull both knees into the chest, give them a little squeeze. And then keep your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg onto the mat. And then your hips will kind of scoot over to the right a little bit so that as you let your right knee fall, you're coming onto the outer edge of your left hip. My right arm goes out, and then gravity takes over. I'm just trying to softening into this position. No push, just a release. Good. Now bringing your right knee back through center. Let's reset the hips. I'll give both knees a squeeze back into the chest so everything is even again. And then keeping your left knee in, right leg will extend. Now scoot the hips over to the left to create more space for that left knee to fall to the right. And then left arm out. And we just allow gravity and the softness that we find throughout the spine and the shoulder to slowly open up this position. Good. And then let's bring that left knee back. Let's give the knees a little squeeze into the chest. We've got one more stretch for you. So now we're going to need to flip over. Puppy pose will be our last one today. And we're going to come into a tabletop to start. We want your hips stacked over your knees, and you're going to keep your knees where they are. Keep your hips where they are. And you're going to walk your hands out in front as far as they'll go without letting the hips come forward. And then you're going to draw the chest down, feeling for some softness in the mid-back, allowing the shoulders to open. You can rest your head on the floor. Just a few breaths here. Good. And then gently walking yourself out of that. Thank you so much for taking time for yourself to recover and stretch and kind of cool down from the work that you did in class, or maybe just the day that you had. Thank you again, and I'll see you guys next time.